Hey guys, I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, and in this video, we're going to talk about what it takes to get into the union if you're already a plumber, pipe fitter, or welder, or a way that you can get in if you're not, but you want to get into the trades. And we're going to talk about it right now. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I've been plumbing over 38 years, and I have every master endorsement in the state of Texas. On this channel, I'm teaching you everything you need to know about plumbing. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Let's start off, Richard. What is Southwest Pipe Trades?
Well, the Southwest Pipe Trades is an organization that operates under the umbrella of the United Association of Plumbers and Pipe Fitters. And it's the largest labor union, or second largest labor union in the United States, which the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers has the largest trade group of all. There are like 780,000, and there's 340,000 of us members throughout the United States and Canada. And so what the Southwest Pipe Trades does in our area, which is a 3-state area, is Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. We recruit and organize skilled labor, unskilled labor to replace, if you want to call it, the workers that are retiring, that are dying, that are walking away from the trade due to illnesses or maybe finding another line of work that's more suitable in their age at that point in time. So we're constantly recruiting and organizing contractors and workers that are interested in construction, service work, meaning service, air conditioning, refrigeration, and plumbing.
I like that. So basically, you're like, I'm going to call it a headhunter, a recruiter. You look for talent to come in as, plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, HVAC techs.
Absolutely. And also just those workers that are young people that are interested in construction, that they want to know how to build a building, they want to have a trade that they can fall back on to make a living for the rest of their life.
So, and guys, make sure y'all hang around the end, because I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with me and how to get in touch with Richard. So when you're recruiting, when you're out, and I call it recruiting, but I look at me and people tell me all the time, you're recruiting for the union. And I'm not really recruiting for the union. I'm letting people know what offer or option is available. So I really don't want to use it like recruiter, but what is it you're looking for? What kind of people is it? What kind of attitude? What kind of mentality? What is it you're really looking for?
Well, we're looking for those individuals, be male, female. I mean, it makes no difference, because women are the best kept secret, I guess, in our organization, because no one thinks of a woman doing plumbing work. No one thinks of a woman doing air conditioning, refrigeration work. And yet we've got those women in manufacturing jobs outside of our trade. We have them doing our work in construction. It's welders, it's pipe fitters, is commercial service technicians in for refrigeration and air conditioning, and doing AutoCAD work, doing detail takeoff for our contractors to bid construction work. So there's many facets that they can be involved in. So we're looking for individuals that are motivated, that are interested in this trade, because in anything that you do in life, you have to have a passion for that, or you're going to be mediocre at best.
Isn't that the truth? And it's funny talking about women. The top woman plumber in Texas or the top plumber in Texas is actually a woman, Lisa Hill, who's the director of operations for the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. Absolutely. Diane Villarreal used to be the chief plumbing inspector in the city of Dallas.
Absolutely.
Debbie Vukovic runs the training center for plumbers, or over the plumbers.
She's a co-coordinator, and exactly. She's got a journeyman license. She has a master plumbing license, and she has a med gas master, so she can sign off on any hours that are worked by our apprentices, for their tests.
You bet. And Diane Villarreal, like me, she has every master endorsement in Texas. So to say that a woman can do good as this in this trade is really an understatement.
Absolutely. I make a lot of high school shows, or actually they're career fairs, and the young ladies that come by, they think, well, where am I going to fit in this program? And then I have to remind them that if it wasn't for the women workforce in World War II that were welding our ships, that were welding up our tanks, that were putting sheet metal together for planes, we'd have lost the war, because we were out fighting, for our freedom and for others' freedom. So, and they really get off on that. They think, hey, that's great, man. I said, yes, so stick it out there, ladies, because y'all, if it wasn't for you, that we wouldn't be where we are today in society.
Well, we had Rosie the Riveter then. Now we're looking for Patty the Plumber. So, you know what? We can change the nation right here. What age do you have to be to get into the union?
To join, even from our on the apprentice side of that, it requires 18 years of age. You have to either have completed high school education or have a GED equivalent at 18, because it comes into the insurance side of the contractor, being able to insure that worker on a job site. So they have to be, that's a minimum. And then there is no real maximum age. There's no discrepancy against or discrimination against older workers. We have gentlemen that are coming in that already have a 4-year degree and decided to change their into a trade because they weren't going any further with the education or the work that they had, in society. So they've come in at 50, 55, and it's hard for them, because it changes from being in a desk job to a construction environment. But again, they've got a good 15 years still more of time in their life to really be productive and make a difference in the world with construction.
And the good thing about the United Association, which is the union that we're involved in, 15 years, you can put up a decent little pension plan.
Absolutely.
And man, it's nice.
It's nice.
So when you're talking to people about getting into the union, if they're a plumber, a pipe fitter, a welder, an HVAC technician, a chiller technician, something like that, what benefits do you tell them about getting into the union? Well,
we have several things that separate us from our non-union shops. One is that the contractors, our signatory contractors, pay 100% the health insurance for that worker and their family, all their legal dependents, and it covers them up, their dependents up to the age of 26 if they're still in college. Just as the criteria, it meets the criteria for the Affordable Health Care Act. And also they have a pension that they're not having to put any money in, come off any money off their check whatsoever. It's the contractor pays it 100%. So that's another thing, and they pay in also into a 401k. So if they have a 401k that they're having matched funds by their contractor, we have an avenue that they can actually roll that in and keep managing, adding to that monies, because some of these guys have been working for 10, 15 years and they have a little bit of a nest egg. And so they have an avenue to recoup that where it doesn't just sit somewhere. So it becomes pretty attractive to them.
I'll tell you a funny story. I'm a union member, and I got in 97, and I bought the house that I'm in 2001. And when I bought that house, I quit putting money in my 401k because I thought, I'm going to pay extra on my house. I'm going to get it paid off. I'm going to do the things that I want to do there. And the funny thing is about it, and I just got my statement in the other day, I literally put money in my 401k account. What would that be? 4 years? Put in for 4 years. I've got $45,000 in there now. And, of course, it's compound interest.
Yeah.
And, considering I hadn't touched it in 18 years or done anything to it. Now, don't get me wrong. As an employee, I do get 25 cents an hour put in there, but trust me, that didn't add up to the 45,000. So and this is why, and I am one of the very few service contractors in the Dallas area, especially residential service, and that's why I'm a member, because I want what's best for my guys. and that is the fact that their insurance is paid for. They have a pension and a retirement plan. So it really is, it's a great thing for them, and that's why I'm part of it. So I have people watch my videos a lot that want to know how to get into plumbing. So if they're not already a plumber and you're not out recruiting them and they just want to get into plumbing, and when I say plumbing, guys, I also mean, if you want to be a pipe fitter, you want to be a welder, and if you don't know the difference, leave a comment down below and ask, and I'll come through and explain to you the difference in plumbing and pipe fitting and welding, and which way you may want to go. But if somebody just wanted to get in to the Joint Apprentice Training Center and learn a trade, okay, how would they go about that?
Okay, well, in short order, well, actually, right as we speak, they're taking applications on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every week, and probably until the end of May. They've had several orientations from at the beginning of the year, and we had being that we're regulated and approved by the Department of Labor is an approved apprentice program. There are certain things we have to do to inform the public that we are having an orientation to bring in a class. Because we have to prove that we didn't discriminate against anybody, any race, color, or creed of anybody that wanted to actually make application. So they've made some announcements on their website, and it currently changed, and I can't give you that information at the moment, but on their training centers on it's 3541 West Miller Road, and you can just walk up to the window and they will hand out a packet, and it has some information that you're going to have to actually give back to them. And part of that is you have to have a current driver's license, have to have a transportation so you can drive back and forth to your work. You have to register yourself as a plumbing apprentice through the Texas Plumbing Examining Board, and I think that's still it's still intact.
Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, exactly.
Okay, and then you have to show them a copy, or give them a copy of your high school diploma with grades, or not diploma, but your transcript with grades, or GED equivalent. And pretty much that would get you to the rodeo. I mean, it's very simple. And then after you submit all those documents back, they'll mail you out a date and time for an interview, and you'll be interviewed by 4 people from the labor side of our organization, and 4 people from the management side, for they're company owners or contractors. And it'll be general questions of maybe, why do you want to come into the plumbers and pipe fitters? Because they know that this is going to be a commitment on their part, because it's knowing nothing about the trade. You're making a 5-year commitment to go to school 2 nights a week, and to go to work for a contractor, 40+ hours during the normal 8 to 5 or 7 to 3:30 or whatever their schedule is. So and it's a demand on your family to be away from the house 2 nights a week, from 5 to 8:30 or 8:45, plus the drive home. And be at your job the next day at 7.
So I'm going to tell people here in a minute, or let you tell them how they can get in touch with you and how they can get in touch with and connect with me. But one quick question: is now a good time to get into plumbing?
Absolutely. We have a real vacuum, if you will. We're stacked up at the state level for testing. They're behind, and the building association is beating the door down to get work done, and they're trying to drive the show to diminish the trade. And we're fighting that fight in Austin to make sure that our license is secured, and that they don't, terminate that.
Wow. So if guys wanted to get in touch with you to get some more information, either they're already a plumber, they're already a pipe fitter, welder, HVAC tech, and they're interested in getting into the trade or getting into the union, or if they are interested in getting into the trade itself, how could they get in touch with you through Southwest Pipe Trades?
Well, they could call me. I've got a cell phone. I work out of a truck, and my office is my truck, and so my cell phone number is 469 520-1261. Or we've got the Southwest Pipe Trades has if you go on to LinkedIn or Facebook or one other, I'm short with that right this moment. Anyway, there's a questionnaire they can fill out, and it gives their name and address and their telephone number, and they maybe just need additional information. Well, we have a person that's in Lubbock that actually monitors that site, and whatever area that you're in, whether it be Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, no matter in our area, those are broken out, and those are sent to me in an email on the ledger, and I actually phone call or email. Most of the time I call first, and then if I can't get any person to respond, then I email them and tell them who I am and just trying to follow up on their inquiry, and I'll walk them through anything, whether if they're already an active plumber and they're looking to get in, I'll talk to them about their opportunities and what their goals are. And so we'll help get them in that way.
If they're outside those 3 states and they got in touch with you, could you put them in touch with somebody in the right area?
Absolutely. All I do is on that website that I have, that page, I'll actually forward those over to the people that needs to be contacted.
Good.
And then I call them and I'll tell them, hey, I'm sending you this person, and I give it to them orally, so they've got it 2 times. So you're going to contact you.
So guys, Richard gave you a cell phone number. He also told you how to get in touch on LinkedIn, on Facebook, I believe, and go to the webpage. You can follow me on LinkedIn, and if you're already a plumber or you're a plumbing company owner, not plumbing, if you're an electrician or roofer, an HVAC technician, and you want to learn how to grow your business and how to do things different, follow me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me. I'm Roger Wakefield. You can, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring the bell. That way you see these videos when they come out, and you'll know that there's new information there. And like I said, if this is something you think you're interested in, please leave a comment down below or ring the bell, or leave a comment down below. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you like it. But ask a question. If you've got a question about this, man, we will get back in touch with you or communicate back with you and let you know if there's anything we can do. And we're going to finish up right here and then start another one. So make sure that if this is the first video you've watched, you check out the other ones, and you might get your answer done there. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber, and I'll see you on the next video if you don't get flushed.